Let's read. It says here, then Israel saw Joseph's son and said, who are these? Joseph said to his father, they are my sons whom God has given me in this place. And he said, please bring them to me, and watch this, I will bless them. Bring them to me, and I will do what? Bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim with age, so that he could not see. Then Joseph brought them near him. And watch this, what did he do? He kissed them and what? Embrace them. Fathers, you all hear me? He kissed his grandsons and embraced them. Verse 11, and Israel said to Joseph, I had not thought to see your face, but in fact God has also shown me your offspring. In other words, he said, we were separated so long ago until I thought I would never see you again. But look at this. Not only am I seeing you, but I'm seeing your children. Verse 12. Ingrid Rodney, is that who I'm looking at back there? Love you all. So Joseph brought them from beside his knee, and he bowed down with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim with his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh with his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near to him. Then Israel is Jacob, by the way. Then Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it on Ephraim's head, who was the younger, which was a no-no. Y'all will catch me in a minute, because God's going to do some no-nos. And his left hand on Manasseh's head, guiding his hands knowingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. You always put your right hand on the firstborn, but he put it on the youngest and did a crisscross. Stay with me here. Hey, y'all. And so watch this. Where am I at? And he blessed Joseph and said, watch this, watch this, watch this. And he blessed Joseph and said, God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac walked, the God who has fed me all my life long to this day, the angel who has redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads. Let my name be named upon them. Please hear this. And the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into multitude in the midst of the earth. He talked to God. He said, God of my father. God of my father. Somebody say, God of my fathers. I want to talk for the next few minutes a father's touch. A father's touch. Everybody say, a father's touch. Say it again, a father's touch. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Last month we celebrated Mother's Day, and it was an incredible time. And don't we appreciate our mothers? I'm gonna say it again, don't we appreciate our mothers? We are grateful for all of our mothers, but today is Father's Day. Can we give a stronger clap for even fathers? Watch this, watch this. I think every man here and that is watching by social media celebrate what mothers have done for families. I think we all appreciate what the mother has done to sustain the family, to hold the family, to guard the family, to protect the family. We all appreciate that. But still today, I want to show men how valuable you are to the family. Somebody say, you still matter. Let me start this message off with some statistics on father's absence, particularly in the black family, and its impact. Data from the National Fatherhood Initiative showed that approximately 57 of African American children live in homes without biological fathers. This compares with 23% in the white family and 31% in the Hispanic family. So basically 6 out of 10 families in the black community does not have fathers. Studies indicate that children from fathers absent homes absent in the home are twice as likely to drop out of high school. Children from fatherless homes are more likely to exhibit behavioral problems. Fathers absent is linked to, please hear this, higher rates of anxiety and depression among African American children. Much of the depression that is happening within children is because of the absentee of fathers. Research from the U.S. Department of Justice showed that 85%, please hear this, 85% of all youth in prison comes from fatherless homes. That means 8 out of 10 that's in prison didn't have a father in the home. Studies indicate that children in father-absent homes are more likely to do drugs and alcohol. Girls from father-absent homes are 7 times more likely to become pregnant as a teenager compared to those living with both parents. 7 times more. Can I give you some a positive when the father's in the house? Let's look at it, how it looks when it's in the boy's life. Boys with an active father figure, please hear this, tend to have a clear example of what it means to be a responsible man. I'm going to say it one more time. Boys with an active father tend to have a clear, somebody say clear, example of what it means to be a responsible man. Without a father figure, boys may struggle, please hear, with identifying and understanding traditional masculine roles of the man, and it impacts their identity and self-esteem. Father modeled behavior, values, approach of life. Let me say it again. Fathers model behavior, values, approach to life. A lot of times boys only see mama's approach to life and get frustrated because something in their wiring said, that ain't me. Fathers model, not just say it, they model behaviors, values, approach to life, responsibilities, watch this, that boys often emulate or copy. They watch daddy on how to deal with things. They watch the father on which way they should go. Boys often seek out male mentors, such as teachers, coaches, and family, friends, watch this, to fill the void left by an absent father. They will look for a coach, and if they don't get one, they will go out in the street and hang with the boys, trying to fill the void of an absent father. Studies show that boys with involved fathers are more likely to perform well academically. They benefit from their father's involvement in school activities and homework. Are you all right? Healthy fathers help boys learn to express, please hear this. Healthy fathers help boys to learn to express and manage their emotions in a healthy way, reducing tendency towards aggression and impulsiveness. When I've got a father that's in my life, he can tell me, calm it down. You don't always have to go that route. That'll put you in your grave. A lot of times mama is saying it, but the young man is like, mama, you don't know what you're talking about. But when a daddy rides up, I can't get no help in section A. I said when a daddy is there, it helps him to check himself and to deal with it. Fathers' presence provide emotional stability, helping boys feel supported and confident in their abilities. Let me show you the impact on girls. Girls with caring fathers receive positive reinforcement, please hear me, sisters, positive reinforcement about their worth and ability, which enhances their self-esteem and their confidence. Mama can teach you how to look cute, but it is something about when a daddy speaks into your life that helps to build your confidence and your self-esteem. Because otherwise you'll look cute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Without father, please hear this, without a father's affirmation and validation, girls may struggle with self-esteem and body image issues. Self-esteem and body image issues. Do I look cute? Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? And what have you. Daddy's gonna like his girl no matter how much she looked like him. Can I keep talking? Girls without fathers may seek male, please hear me, because I'm doing training and counseling and a conference right here. Girls without fathers may seek male attention and validation from toxic males and or females, potentially leading them into unhealthy relationships and early sexual activity. If the father was there to give her attention, she would be able to separate clearly from a healthy man and a toxic. Girls with involved fathers are less likely to engage in early sexual activity and more likely to have healthy romantic relationships. If the father was in her life in a healthy way, she wouldn't go after sexual relationship because she knows how to relate to men. Well, I wish I had a counseling time. I mean, can I keep talking? Can I go deeper on that? Healthy fathers set the standards of how girls should expect to be treated by men. When a healthy father speaks into the life of his daughter, he becomes the parameter and the benchmark to every man that comes in her life. She's measuring you based upon what her daddy said and how her daddy treated her and how her daddy engaged her, and I can't get no help in Section 8. Anybody hear what I'm saying? Watch this. Positive father-daughter relationships teach girls on how to interact with men. Daughters learn how to show respect, love, and healthy boundaries towards men, while having respect, love, and healthy boundaries for themselves. Y'all want me to just close the service and just do a... The reason why a lot of times, sisters, you struggle with relating to men because you never had a man to tell you. Well, you don't have to clap on that. I got the microphone, so I'm comfortable in my skin. There's some things women can't teach women about men. Because you're going to come out of your pain and not out of true facts. There's some things boys can't learn about women. They need a woman to tell him how to relate to women. And so the problem is we try to become everything to a child. Oh, I'm going deeper. I've been teaching this for 30 years. I'm going deeper. And the problem is we've got so much mess in the house until we don't know how to deal with life. We want a man but can't relate to a man. We want a woman but can't relate to a woman because we never really seen as a life a male and a woman relationship. Can I go deeper? So when you've got a healthy father, he'll tell you, daughter, do this, do that, do this. Now, don't ever let a man do this. Don't ever let a man do that. But you always want to do this. You always want to do that. He teaches you how to respect yourself and how to still engage with a man. And when you've got a father in your life, you're not nervous about being around men. I'm talking to my sisters. See, we know how to date, but we don't know how to relate. We know how to look cute, but we are scared because we don't know if we can trust a man or not. Y'all better get off of me up in here. You don't know if you can really trust him. You can attract him, but you don't know if you can trust him. And the reason is because you never had anybody that you was close enough to engage with a man to really feel comfortable with talking and engaging and interacting with a man. A woman that knows how to be comfortable with a man would always attract a man. Because just because I'm talking to you don't mean I want you. Y'all ain't ready. Is this helping us? So, fathers, do we need you? Based upon statistics, it sounds like we still need you. Thank God for our mothers. My father, and I'm going to talk about my dad on this picture in a minute, died when I was 8 years old. And I'm grateful for a godly mother, because I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't have a mother. But can I break this down here? There came a point in my life that even though my mother was in my life, and she taught me the fundamentals of life, taught me my moral code and all of that, I did not recognize that I was growing up as a man with gaps. I had gaps that I did not know was in my life until I got into situations where I should have known how to deal with. Y'all don't have to say amen. I'll preach anyway. And when I understood that there was gaps in my life because my father died before he could finish training me, teaching me, developing me, I had to reach out to other men, pour my pride down, reach out to other men to help fill the wisdom I needed in the gaps of my life so I would not be another divorce statistic. So y'all quiet up in this place. So I can learn what success was, so I can be cultivated in what I need. Men, it is so important that, and the reason why we distance ourselves from everybody, because we wrestle with the gaps. Who can we trust with our gaps? Who can we be vulnerable with without them judging me as a man? I am a man, but I've got gaps. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying? And my sisters, it's the same way when your father is not in your life. You can be beautiful, but you got gaps of not knowing how to interact and how to relate. So that brings us to this point right here. And I want to just get right into the point of understanding that those voids and those gaps in your life is a curse that has to be broken. A curse that has to be addressed. Otherwise, it becomes generational. It becomes generational. Help me, Holy Ghost. What your father speaks into your life can either bless you or curse you. Can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? What your father don't speak in your life can also curse you. The Bible says, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be up on his shoulder. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. The word son is bana. Bana means built. When a child is born, when a male child is born, they don't call him in the Jewish culture a son soon as he's born. Oh, I got a little son, like we do. They don't do that in the Jewish culture. He has to be built to be recognized as a son. Are you all hearing what I'm saying? He has to be built. So they call him a lad, child, but they don't call him son, because a son has to be built. Let me tell you right now, a daughter has to be built. When we were growing up, our parents used to train us to become husbands and fathers. They used to train the daughters to become wives and mothers. But because there's so much brokenness in our black family, we're training our children to just be successful. So they have degrees but divorces. Because we stopped training them. Y'all won't talk back to me? We stopped training them to be wives. It's supposed to be just in case you decide to get married. Let me tell you how to take care of your home. Just in case you decide to have some children, let me show you how to keep your brothers and sisters. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying? Just in case you decide to have a wife, let me show you how to take care of some things around the house. Daddy used to train the children, the sons, with trade so he could always be a provider. But now we're struggling because all we're hoping is that they get the degree, but they can't relate to one another. And you're like, how in the world did you get Wilbert? How did you end up with Menorah? They don't know how to pick. Why? Because we were never taught. I'm trying to get into the sermon, but I'm into, because I feel you pulling me to say, listen, I want to learn this because I'm tired of generational curses. Anybody tired of generational curses? Now watch this, and then I'm going to go to the text and I'm going to let you go for the day. Watch this. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for holding it down. Thank you for caring for us and nurturing us. But let me explain why when he gets 14, he wants his daddy. While she's 14, she wants the daddy. Because the Bible said, and the two became one. It takes two to create one. You can raise one, but you can't create one. It always takes two. So she has two natures inside of her. She has two images speaking, and she and he wants to hear from both images so she can be and he can be one. And when you've only heard from one, there is a thirst that's in you that wants the other one to speak into. I don't know how he looked. I don't know where he's at. I just go on a search because there's something that's missing in me. And Mom, you can hug the life in me. You can give me everything that you want. I don't know, but I still want to know who's my father. Am I helping one person up in here? Watch this. We come into the text. Israel or Jacob is about to die. He's laying on his bed. And before he dies, he does something phenomenal. He calls all of his boys into the room. And when he calls them in the room, he's going to do something that is very historical in the Jewish culture. He's getting ready to give them a patriarchal blessing, a generational blessing. We think blessings is giving them a car. That's not a blessing, that's a gift. But a blessing is when God is connected. And he's getting ready to bless his sons, and he see Joseph or hear Joseph's voice, and he says, who is those other images? Because he can barely see. He says, Dad, these are my two sons that I had in Egypt. He said, bring them to me. Are y'all ready? He does one thing. He stops before he dies to give quality time to his next generation. Thank you, Mama. He stops before he dies and give quality time to the next generation. I don't care who you are, daddy, before you die, granddaddy, before you die, please stop before you die and give some quality time to your sons, to your daughters, to your grandson and your granddaughter. The next thing he does, he hugs them. He embraced them. Let me tell you something right now. Not only did he hug them, he kissed them. He kissed them. He showed them, you are mine, you are love, you have family. You are mine, you are love. You'd be surprised who's sitting next to you that their father never hugged them. And for some, their mothers never hugged them, never kissed them, never affirmed them. Y'all quiet up in here. And so when you go to hug them, a lot of times the reason why people won't accept your hug, they're uncomfortable with that. How you doing? They've never been embraced. So they struggle. But here we see that the grandfather hugged and kissed. In my house, we have Sunday dinners. And it's just the custom in the house that when you walk in the house, you don't just say, hey, and go sit down. You got to go to everybody in the house and hug and kiss. Otherwise, what's wrong with you? And before you leave the house, you don't say, I'm gone. You got to go to everybody in the house and hug and kiss and say goodbye. That's our custom. Y'all quiet up in here. That's our custom. I'm just trying to throw you on some tidbits because you don't know the next time when you will see somebody. I just buried, Elder Keith helped to bury our brother. And I was watching YouTube the other day, and there he was the Sunday before standing right here. And Deacon Frank was praying for him and his wife. And the next Sunday, he's gone. Or the next week, he's gone. You don't know when you go. I'm trying to help the family. You don't know when you're going to see your loved ones. So tell somebody, let's get over junk and let's love each other. And I mean fall in love with each other, because half of the stuff you're wrestling with didn't have nothing to do with you in the first place. He hugged, he kissed, he affirmed, and then he prayed. Watch this. He said, and to the God, he laid hands on him. I forgot. And I'm going to hit that in 1 second. He laid hands on him. Somebody say, laid hands on him. Dad, your touch means the world. Your touch means the world. Is Kiana here? She teaching. Nissa, come here. I was trying to find somebody young. Come on. And so now on this illustration, I'm going to show you how to whoop your child. This is my sister. This is my sister. He didn't just, when she came, hey, how you doing? Dad, no, it's your daughter. This is your granddaughter. You don't just, because if you do this, she's going to go and find a man that will do this. And it may be the worst thing that ever touched her. I wish y'all would talk to me today. Y'all know I know how to tune up in E flat, but this ain't a tune up day. We got a talk day. He hugged her. Dad, granddad, just stop and hug your daughter. Don't even let your grandson go too fast. Grab him. Come on, give me a hug. How you doing, son? I ain't got no money for you, but how you doing, son? Yeah, I know. Thank you, baby. Watch this. But my mama didn't do it. My daddy did. Break the curse. Break the curse. Break the curse. Because they go out looking and touching the wrong person. So watch this. Then he prays, and I'm almost through. I'm almost through. Is this helping us? Yes. Fathers, your father touch means everything. You are valuable to the next generation. Watch this. He prays for his grandchildren. Deacons, now watch this, because this is so important. He said, to the God of my ancestors, to the God of my father. You three brothers, come here right quick. Kevin, come here. To the God of my ancestors. Watch this. You stand right there. Come here. You right here. You right here. Elder Keith, you got your grandson? Okay. Come on up, Elder Keith. I got to illustrate stuff so we get it right. Sir, can you come? Hey, that's Shonda's son, right? Okay, Kelsey, bring him. Okay, Kelsey, well, you can come on too. Come on, bring the baby. All of you all turn this way. Hey, little man. Hey, how are you? Hey, what's happening? All right, now watch this. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the next generation. Watch this. Watch this. I'm God. Who else? Watch this. Watch this. He said, to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and this is Jacob. The God that led Abraham through all of his challenges. And when death was coming for him, he protected him. He guarded him because he had an Isaac in him. And to the God, when he's gone, that God is still there. He commissioned God to be upon Isaac. And Isaac also, go that way, goes through his challenges in life. And when he's done, He said, now the God of Abraham be with my son Jacob. I'm finishing, but stay with me here. Jacob now has the same God that Abraham and Isaac had. And through all of his circumstances in life and all the challenges that he went through and all the situations that life took him through, it was God that kept him, God that protected him, God that led him. Watch this. He's there and he said, now I'm getting ready to go off the scene. I can't give them any more wisdom. I can't train them anymore. I can't impart what they should do. They can't call me anymore. Watch this. And to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and now me, that fed me, that led me, that protected me. Watch this. Turn around this way, brothers. Turn around this way. Put your right hand on his head. He said, I impart that spiritual covering and what he's saying is, now as he's getting ready to die, the same laying on of hands that he had and what have you, now I am here with this next generation. And when he's gone off the scene, put your right hand on elder here, and he lays hands on him, guess what? I've been moving through all the generations. Turn around, elder. And now we've got another one that's getting ready to come on the scenes. And he's going to take the microphone. You going to say something? Not yet. You're going to hold up. Watch this. Do you all see? Now here's the curse. Come on down, brothers. Stand straight across. Stand straight across. Look at me, elder. Here's the problem. Straight across. The reason why we have generational curses is because we think individually. It's about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. We think individually and not generationally. I just need 3 more minutes. Anybody with me? When we stop saying, I don't care what my son do, I don't care what my grandkids do, we got to break the curse. We got to see that that's the same thing that we went through. That's the same spirit that's trying to attack, that same lust spirit, that same alcohol spirit, that same demon that has tried to come upon my life and upon my children's life. The devil is a liar. I'm going to break the generational curse to make sure that my son, grandson will not have that demon. The enemy says, if I can keep the father's touch off the children of the next generation, I can still go and pass on that alcoholic spirit, that lust spirit, that crime spirit, that drug spirit. But in the name of Jesus, in this church, we declare right now that God is bringing fathers back to their sons and their sons back to their fathers. God's bringing a healing, and if it ain't the natural father, it'll be a spiritual father. It will be a mentor. It will be a coach. It will be a Sunday school teacher. But somebody's going to come in my life and break every chain. Stand on your feet. I'm done. I can go on, but I'm going to stop right here. Somebody say, a father's touch. Grades go up. Self-esteem goes up. Values go up. Emotional stability goes up when we've got healthy father relationship. I want to pray for every man in this house. You see this picture? Elder Keith has a little dot right there. That's me. This is my father. And I have this picture in my office. And Elder Keith had this blown up for my birthday. And it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And come here, Kev. But even greater than the picture was the letter, the card that he gave. He said, I was nervous about doing this, Bishop. He said, but I was praying for you and saying, God, what can I give Bishop for his birthday? I can give him $1 million, but you know. He said God impressed upon him to do something that I never had anybody to do. He said, give him a card that his father would give him. As if his father was here to say these words. Son, it's so easy to remember the little boy you were. Yet here you are today, your own person. You have grown into a wonderful man, the kind of son every family hopes for. And your wishes and you're wished the best today and every day. Happy birthday. This year is the 50th year of the death of my father. He died 2 days after my birthday. And for Elder Keith to be led of God to give this as if it was, and this ain't no witchcraft or any foolishness like that. This is an older brother, big brother, a much older brother. That was led by God. I carry a lot of weight in life. And when you're forever dealing with negative, just negative, trying to carry everything. This picture, this card, has so much weight on it. Because the last time me and my daddy talked was on my birthday. And my daddy said, I love you. He was on his way back to the hospital, Frank, that night. And he was walking out the door and I said, Dad. He said, son, what? You must have forgot. What? I said, today is my birthday. And he was so disappointed that he forgot my birthday. I didn't know my daddy was about to die. And he grabbed me and hugged me and kissed me. I said, son, I'm so sorry. You know daddy loves you. I'm so proud of you. I'm 8 years old. And that's all I needed. I didn't need any gifts. I just wanted his words, his affirmation. I don't know who you are today, but in the name of Jesus, I speak words of life to every man in this house.